And welcome back to Jeff Koinange Live. It's a fashion bench today with Anne McCrath of Kiko Romeo fame. She's also the founder of the FAFA Festival of Africa.
Fashion and Arts.
Yes, Fashion and Arts. Excellent. This coming Saturday, it's in its 5th year. It's going to happen at the Oval, right next to Westgate. It's going to be on the rooftop. Tickets are selling like hotcakes. Very few left. Get in touch. Be there. It's going to be the place to be. And of course, the superest of supermodels, if you will. By the way, Susie Beauty did your makeup, did she?
Yeah, she did.
Got to give her credit, right?
Yeah. I mean, look, I must be the lightest and she's the darkest. And here we are,
covers
she got both of us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Susie, you watching? Eric, are you watching? I asked you about Lupita before the break real quick. How come she's not wearing your stuff? African stuff?
I'm sure she will do. If I were her starting out, she's establishing herself on the world red carpet, not a local red carpet. This is the global red carpet. Now, I'm imagining when you do that for the first time, you want to stick with what you know has worked before and is going to work well. And that has to be the major luxury brands of the world. Yeah. And that way you get your name established as a fashion icon on global terms. Then I hope what will come next, and I'm sure it will knowing her, is she'll gradually introduce a bit of this and a bit of that and a bit of that, because I know she already likes my brand. She always gets my brand. When she's done other launches, she's always taken my brand. But she has to be established with the Anna Wintours, with all the top people around the world. Yeah. Then imagine the impact when she now introduces something. She's introducing it as an authority, not as a newcomer.
Yeah. Ajuma, what do you think of how she's doing? She's kind of doing your job when she's on that red carpet. Yeah. When she was wearing that sky blue outfit on Oscar night. You know, was like you. How do you think she's doing?
I think she's doing really great. She's broken boundaries. That is very, I mean, it's amazing to have a dark-skinned woman at high levels as she's gone to. Yeah. Yes. So definitely what we're trying to promote, what we're trying to break, she's actually, you know.
Yeah.
My only challenge on the dark thing is that I've noticed that some of the campaigns she's doing, they're lightening her. Yeah. So, like, Days magazine had her on the front cover, dark as she is, gorgeous as we know her, and yet some of the campaigns lightened. That isn't so cool. I think Vanity Fair and there's another one she's doing a campaign for. So I hope that the magazines and I hope that her team start saying, you can only take her if you leave her as
the way she is, absolutely. Frederick Okango says, you are doing fashion wrong if you haven't bought anything from Kiko Romeo.
Oh, yay. I like him. Thank you.
Frederick must be a regular customer.
That's really cool. Thank you, Frederick.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, what else can we take away from Fafa? Because remember, when we talked last week, when you were away, we said we're going to bring Emmanuel Jumbo on the bench because he's taken a lot of these pictures. Emmanuel's so talented. He's from South Sudan. And you have a very close connection with South Sudan.
Yes, I've actually done, well, there's someone called Akuja who organized Fashion for Peace in South Sudan, I think in 2012, and I participated. It was inspired by our event. Now she's organizing it again in August in Juba. So kudos to her because that's a difficult task. So here we're going to have her represented, Nyamwak, who has the Roots Project, Gat Dimabior, who does jewelry, Agedu, who does t-shirts, Nyagwa, who does clothing, and many others, and they're all coming together. They're all from diverse communities, and they're putting on a show to celebrate South Sudan and to call for peace there. So I can just support them. You know, we're giving them the place to do it in. We're hoping that, you know, we'll bring in an audience as they will bring in an audience, but we all need to call for that peace. It's on our border. We all know people affected by it. Absolutely. And the people who can't stay there anymore are also now being hosted by us. Yeah,
and Ajuma, some of the models who are in your agency are South Sudanese, aren't they?
We have a lot of South Sudanese models, which are actually, of course, taking part in FAFA.
Yeah. Yes. Are they talented? Are they good? Are they...
Very. Yeah. We pick the best, of course. We're not going to put them on the runway just because they're South Sudanese. They actually have to, you know...
Yeah.
I mean, they have to have what it takes to be on the runway.
Sure. Yeah. Away from FAFA, you also promote the not-so-typical models, if you will.
So City Models Africa, we are actually a branch of City Models Paris, which is high fashion modeling. So what we've done, the foundation of it is that we're getting models with high fashion potential here in Kenya and giving them an easy way out, you know? Because City Models, once I identify a girl here or a boy, City Models Africa is going to manage them internationally, which means that it's going to, you know, they're going to, once you're in Paris, you know, you're everywhere, all around the world, because that's the capital of fashion.
Yeah.
But also locally, the biggest part of City Models Africa, which is the busiest, is the local industry. We do commercial advertising and print. So we have a database of all kinds of people, you know, good characters, beautiful people. You have to have good skin, good teeth, you know, yeah. Or be some sort of character like that, you know, that the client would be drawn to.
Right.
Yeah. So we actually represent a lot of people, and also actors. We represent their commercial and print careers. So we don't manage the acting career. We don't take over the acting career. We just manage the print and commercial careers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talking about this, you know, we're also including athletes on the runway.
That's right. I was going to mention you've kitted the Kenya 15s rugby team off the pitch, haven't you?
Yeah. I felt it's important. They're brand ambassadors for the country, and like many other sports people, and people don't think, what are they wearing off the pitch? So they have the kit with the brands and all the rest of it on it, the sponsors. But then what about when they go to that formal dinner, when they go and meet the ambassador and so on? And the players often feel embarrassed if they're not kitted out properly. So yes, I've got a long-standing relationship with the Kenya Rugby Union. I've also worked with the women's team, done a fabulous shoot recently. They turned out to be brilliant models.
Really?
Did you know they're women's rugby?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Are they good?
They're very good.
I'm sure.
Yeah, they're very good. They're near the top of the league.
Come on.
Yeah, seriously. And, you know, so for us within FAFA, the whole role of sports and the sports heroes as brand ambassadors is important.
And they're going to be on Saturday night?
Yeah, we've got Julius Yego, the javelin thrower. We've got Jeffrey Mutai. We've got many. William Baka, the rugby player who's now in Lyon in France.
Yeah.
We've got the girls as well, Janet Wanja. We've got many and diverse people, diverse bodies, all toned because they're sports heroes, wearing clothing which is fashion, representing Kenyan fashion on the runway in Nairobi in an amazing event. So it's all about that. It's about how do we translate what we're talking about as fashion and clothing into something that represents Kenyan globally.
Absolutely.
So that's where the tie-in comes.
Guys, the calls are coming in thick and fast. The men are going nuts out there. There's Moses from Mumias. Nobody has ever called from Mumias. Moses, you are live on JKL. Talk to me. Moses? Moses?
Yeah.
You're on the air, Moses. Talk to me. Unasamaje?
Thank you, Moses.
Thanks.
From Mumias, sugarcane country. Okay, I got a tweet in here. I gotta read this to you. Scam Patrick says, "Hey Jeff, we would like to see you on the runway. It would be smoky."
Remember last time you were there?
I was.
You're not doing it this time?
I wasn't asked. They never called me back.
Jeff,
Yeah.
will you do it?
Hell
please?
no.
You were so good, by the way. You were really good.
And she never called me back.
He was one of my students, remember?
Thank you.
I'm blushing.
I
hope
what did I do to you, Anne?
Thank you, Susie.
Speaking of athletes, you mentioned athletes a moment ago. You were in the same camp with Janet Jepkoske and
Ezekiel Kimboy.
Ezekiel Kimboy.
Yes.
You?
I was.
With them?
Yeah.
Were you as good?
Yeah, I was.
Really? As good?
I was good. I was a national champion.
Come on.
For 400 meters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that. Multi-talented.
Yeah.
Would you have wanted to continue in that?
It was very difficult. I had the talent for it, like I usually say, but mentally, I didn't want to do it. You know? So it was quite a battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really hard battle.
We got Peter from Embakasi, more men.
Okay.
No women are calling, by the way.
All right.
Peter from Embakasi, you are live on air. Talk to me, Peter.
Yes, Chef Koinange, how you are?
How you? Oh, man. Ran out of credit.
We kept him waiting too long. You were talking too long.
The other thing you want to do at Juma is a finishing school. Correct.
Yes.
Go on, real quick.
So I want to prepare young girls or young the youth for the world out there, you know. it's quite hard, like when you've just finished, of course. For example, I came from boarding school. I don't know what's out there, you know? So I want to create, like, I want to put up a school where we're going to have, like, of course, runway, definitely, because, you know, I'm a model. We're going to have, like, photography, teach them how to do photography and all these kind of things. But also, we're going to have, like, speech classes, how to dress, how to present yourself, you know? How to look when you go out for a meeting or when you're at a cocktail and all these kind of things, you know? Etiquette, simple, you know? Just basic things, just to prepare them to, you know, for the big world.
Also, corporates could use this.
Yeah, I know.
Leadership could use this.
Yeah.
I know some CSs could use some finishing. No names mentioned.
Yeah, say it.
No, I can't say it. No, I'm in enough trouble already. Ole, well, I'm kidding.
Oops.
Corporates, oh yeah, corporates. You know, if you're gonna do corporates, start with Bob Collymore.
Oh my God.
Start with Bob. Bob will take it well. Bob dresses okay, but he could use some finishing.
Okay,
nice. Diverting very swiftly. Can I tell you something about Safaricom?
Go on.
We're doing a really exciting debate tomorrow from 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock. We've got a group of young people from Stand Up Shout Out. And we've got some fashion people, and they're doing a debate. Is there a place for African fashion in a world dominated by international brands? Now, that is going to be hosted at Safaricom at my MG Centre from 11 to 2, and it's going to be a proper for and against the motion, because we realise that really it's important. Fashion's a business. It's not just entertainment. We're looking at all of these plus side things of it. But the core thing is it employs a lot of people. And talking of government, corporates and all the rest of it, I'm looking at, you know, who does it employ across the country? All the tailors, the cotton farmers, the spinners, the ginners, the textile workers. It's really a big industry.
Yeah.
And why the leadership and corporates don't get more involved in it, I'm baffled.
Yeah, it brings me to the question, are we ever going to get that national dress we always talked about? Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, everybody has a national dress but us.
Okay, to me, the national dress that came up was a great start, but there was no money for marketing afterwards. There was no plan of how do we make this thing, distribute it, make it readily available. So it became a niche thing that if you're making something for a wedding, you come, you make a national dress, you wear it to a wedding. Whereas actually for a national dress to work, it really has to be out there. So we need to look at distribution and which manufacturers would take it up, preferably in Kenyan cotton. And yeah, we've got a winner.
Ajuma, can we ever have fashion the way it is in Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa? Can we reach that standard, that stage, that height?
I hope so. I really do. But I don't know.
I think the design talent is there. The manufacturing is there. There are moves by Active and AFAD and others to bring the two together. That's AFAD's the Association of Fashion Designers and Active's the African Cotton Textile Federation. So there are moves of how do we unite the whole value chain from cotton farmer to end product. Now we have the retailers. We have lots of retail space everywhere. Bit expensive, but it's there. So what are we doing to actually make the market want it? That's what it's about.
But I think Kenyans just think, in general, if you say a designer, it's a lot of money. I'd rather go to toy market, pick up something for 200 shillings. You see?
Yeah,
and then
those with lots of money would rather pick up Peony or Armani.
Go out, they fly out and do their shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's some disconnect.
Total disconnect.
Yeah.
We need a sociologist. We need to really think how we're going to change the mindset, because that's actually what it's about.
5 years from now, 10 years from now, will we still have Fafa?
Of course. But I hope to be watching it from a distance in the audience and relaxing.
Yeah, your daughter, Iona's going to take over, isn't she?
Hopefully.
Look at her.
But we've got a CEO in Fafa, Sylvia Tanui. She's fantastic.
Yeah.
So if you might notice this year, I'm slightly more relaxed. I just have my collection to make. That's it.
Is your daughter modelling on Saturday?
She is, and she's also designed a collection which was chosen. So, yeah, she's getting that out as well.
And you're on the catwalk?
Yeah.
I'm not.
I'm doing like...
Darling, we've just invited you. You have to come.
Jeff, tomorrow we're training at 11, okay? Be there. You know, I'm the trainer. Okay, you have to listen.
Please tell your mother, is she watching? Does she have a TV at home?
The goat.
Is there TV in Lodwar? Okay, somebody
she's
watching in Lodwa
Yes.
will send a message to your mother. I want my goat.
And I'm coming to eat it.
There you go. Nice to see you guys. Fantastic.
you.
Good luck on Saturday.
Thank
I
you.
got my tickets.
All right.
And tell
Do you
them
have a
to
front row seat?
You definitely will, and whoever buys one fast might just if they're lucky. 1511, they can call for M-Pesa paying, and then it's done.
Did Bob Collymore buy his?
I hope he's going to have...
How much?
Yes, I think we should have inflated his. The tickets are 6,000 and 8,000.
6,000 and 8,000. They can buy them at the door if they don't have them now.
Yes, but it's better if they buy them now.
What time does it start?
It starts, guests to come from 6, but they can come 5:30 to do their parking, security clearance, all of that kind
Beautiful.
of stuff.
Oval.
The show will actually start at 8:30.
8:30.
Prompt, because
Okay.
all the designers are delivering
Yeah.
between today and tomorrow.
Right.
And then by 11:30 we'll have an after party. If you're coming for the after party only, it's 1,500.
Beautiful. Look forward. Good to see you guys.
Nice to see you
Keep
too.
doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Well done.
And you keep doing what you're doing because we love your show.
Yeah, but you didn't invite me back, right?
I've invited you, I've begged you. I'll get to
You're
my
blushing.
knees.
You're blushing. Anne McCreth and Juma Nasinyana. Folks, wow! What talent we have in this country. Let's promote it. Let's go to Fafa, as in
Guy Fafa.
Saturday, May the 31st. 5:30, be there. 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, the show starts 8:30. It's going to be a blast. Let's do it. Let's have fun. It's great to see these folks. And yes, they are flying a country's flag and letting the outside world know that Kenya is still standing strong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Coming up, my surprise guest of the night. I am as surprised as you will be. Believe me, you will know when you see him.
Him. That's a good clue.
Good clue.
Yeah.
Good clue. Chef Koinange live from the poolside of the Intercontinental. We'll be back in a moment.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.